And this week's video will be throwing out the brushes and making marks with unusual materials that I found at the dollar store. So come along with me and you will see how we can be more free and let loose and look at something that we might have not have thought that can make a mark, or, you know, kind of break out of that box of thinking like it has to be like one way. There's like many ways to find art and creativity and show up to the moment. Hi, I'm Natalie D'Adamio. I'm a mixed media abstract artist, soulful creator, intuitive guide and channel. And here on this channel, it's all about being more free, letting loose, bringing out our colorful selves in all the ways. Of course, there is drawing and painting and mark making, which we'll be doing some mark making today with these unusual objects. So I wanted to add, I've never really used anything except toothbrushes before for these unusual objects. So I have no idea what's gonna happen. This is when we talk about experimenting and exploring, right? We kind of come up with a crazy idea, an out-of-the-box idea, silly idea, and sometimes we might think, oh, this is stupid, or I shouldn't do that because that's not the way it's done. But when we are talking about experimentation and exploration, actually that's exactly where we want to go. We want to like go with the out-of-the-box idea, think about like, okay, maybe this can be something, right? But we don't know. But, you know, when you kind of are on that edge of like, oh, I shouldn't do it, but I probably should because it's like gonna do something. That's where we want to be, at least, and that's how I look at experimentation and art making, and also just in expressing, right? Because it takes a little bit of risk to do something silly and act a fool. Brush, 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 brush. Kind of just explore, and that's like opening up, right? So we can do that in a lot of ways. We can do that in our process and the mark making practice, drawing practice, and that's what we're gonna do today. Shoo, shoo, see. And also we can do that, not only do we do that in mark making and drawing when we bring in the experimentation and exploration, but we can also start to think about it differently, show up to writing and expressing and speaking about it differently. And it's all about you, right? You the artist, me the artist, me the creator, you the creator. So creativity and art and finding that freedom and loosening up, having some fun, being a little ridiculous is all part of the process, right? Sometimes we're like locked up to a side of ourselves because we're worried about how is it gonna look? Oh no, it might not work out. I know, it's true. Or is somebody just gonna think I've gone mad? Maybe I have. You know, so all of those things and the thoughts can get in the way of even trying to do something like this. And it's just about like opening up, having fun, and it's a little nonsensical, but sometimes that's where the best innovative ideas come from, is in those moments. But when we're afraid to even try, or we put all the judgments on ourselves, or we worry about the appearances of what it's going to look to somebody, then we can really shut down. But this channel is all about opening up and being weird and just being like different, right? That's for sure. So let's get going and let's see what happens. Let's do this. Ooh. Actually, this is kind of cool. Toilet brush. So, the toilet brush is kind of cool. It makes like a really wiry mark. This baster, or I think this is for your meats, you know. The sauce. You could play with it. This is just, we're experimenting with what they do, and then we'll put it all together and make another picture. I'm gonna start using the same paper, I think, for a little bit. This is just a toothbrush. What I like about a toothbrush, because I've used a toothbrush before, is that you can really, you have more control, and it's almost like a drawing element. You could scrub it. And now for some rope. They call it jute. Jute, jute. I think I might cut a piece off, because that will be easier. Yeah. Just dip it in here, let's see. Woo! Woo! That one really gets going. Alright, alright. Now for the loofah! Woo! Loofah, 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 woo! The loofah, the loofah. It has two sides. It has like the scrubby side. The loofah. Now I have a dish brush. Whoa. Now I have some like cake scraper things. You know, this will be good for a lot of times you see the kidless wedge. But these are kind of cool. You can kind of spread it out a bunch. This one's kind of got like a serrated edge. So just seeing what these things are doing here, and then we'll take it into starting a larger canvas. That'll be fun. And now I have this thing. I wonder if I can fill it with paint. Let's see. It's supposed to be filled with dish soap, so now I have this scrubby, you fill it with dish soap, but I'm trying to fill it with paint and see what happens. Whoa. You press the center and it comes out. Wow. That's kind of fun. I like that one. And now I have the duster. Yeah, we could try to use these in different kinds of ways and see what happens. And now I have the Carmit. Let's see. Gonna just stick it in the blue here. Whoa! It feels funny underneath. I like that one. It's all about like tactileness for me and everything I'm doing and like how it feels, so that one's fun. If you had 2 mitts I could do like wax on, wax off, but I only bought one. Oh.
It makes a cool sound.
And now I have the child toys. The child toys here. What's gonna happen when I do this? Whoa! Blink. I knew it would be fun. It looks lots of fun. That kind of makes like a flowery mark. It's interesting. A little bit of yellow. I got the big ball here. Whoa, these are fun. I like these. Alright, so that was just me experimenting with how they make the marks, and now I'm gonna do a larger piece. Alright, I'm gonna take those 12 unconventional mark making tools and have a showdown. No, I'm gonna work on this blank canvas and just see what's gonna happen when I do this. Toilet brush. Oh shit. I think it got on me. What else do we got? Calling all. Ooh, I think this one's really fun because it feels so good. Like, ooh. Oh, yeah. That'll really cover the surface real fast, you know? If you just need to get your underpainting done. One and done. Let's see what else. Ooh, I got this manganese blue. Ooh. And, ooh, what about a duster? Oh, look, you can kind of, it gets floppy. Oh, it also falls apart. You never know what's gonna happen, you know? It's just kind of showing up to the moment. These things are out of our control. It's all about experimentation and having fun. So let's see what this thing can do. Whoa! I was soaking it. Woo! It has the hole in it, and I was soaking it, so. Let's dip it in some paint though, because that's not. That's kind of fun. And now for the loofah. The loofah. Kind of feels like more free, you know, and it's kind of silly to me because it's like all I did was go to the dollar, well, it's the $1.25 store, to be honest. Inflation, you know, everything's going up, including the dollar store. It just sounds better to say dollar store. Anyway, so what I wanted to say though is like there's a freedom that I already noticed, and I just did something silly, you know, and sometimes that's all it takes when we're stuck in our work. You know, do something crazy, do something bold, do something a little more drastic and free yourself up. Maybe you don't want to be this silly, but you know, you never know what's possible. You never know what's waiting around the corner. You really just never know what. Now, the reason why I really love a toothbrush for painting is it becomes, you know, like a marker, like one of our other drawing tools, and you can really kind of get in there. I was exploring with Twombly marks before, and you have more control in the little spaces. I don't know how else to describe it, but I'm a fan. So then we have our rope. Uh-oh. It's called the jute. Jute it up. I bet there's different ways to use it, but I'm gonna go like this. Oh. Woo! Oh, that's good. Woo! Sometimes you just need to slap it and call it done. It sounds fun too. You know, the other thing is you could probably, and I'm not going to do it now, roll it all and like roll it over. What else do we have going on here? Oh yeah. We have our handy dandy, this is like a, what is it called? Dish scrubber thing. Grab some, ooh, some white. That's pretty fun. You could drag it or you could swirl it. Swirl it. And now I have the basting brush. It's supposed to be for sauce, you know. nice because you can kind of like, you have more range, and it's like a brush, I guess. So in some ways, some of these things are, quote, brushes, but they're not like paint brushes. What's nice about these is like, in regards to mark making, you know, they have these loose, they're like looser, so you can kind of scuff it over the surface like little scumbling. Woo! And then, what else do we got going on? This, I've been waiting to do this on a big canvas. It's I knew right away that I would punch it. Oh. I gotta say, that's pretty satisfying, but it makes a mess. Blue, baby! So that one's pretty fun. We have its counterpart. Let's dip this in some white. I believe that's all of them. That's all of them. I just wanted to do it on a larger surface. Do them all at once. And obviously I was just like being silly and not really thinking about it. But if and maybe I wouldn't want to use all of the things all at once in one piece. Whoa! Did I just say that? I'd like to limit myself because I could see where this could be valuable, but not like when I have too much of it going on. And then I could also see some of those things are more subtle, so I might just want to, you know, a little. I was just playing on that, and doesn't matter what the beginning is, I can always paint over it. So oftentimes maybe you don't want to experiment and explore on your better material, like the canvas or your better paper. I have a video all about loosening up, and I'll put it up there. It's working in like a really cheap notebook. It's all about learning to let go and loosen up and find that freedom. Sometimes it's about not taking anything so serious that you can't like lighten up, right? In art and life.